طيب بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. This is part 2 or part B of the management 512 organization behavior and leadership from Daft book, and this chapter is leadership, mind and emotions, and this is the second part of the lecture, and we stopped by last time when we talk about system thinking and circle of causality, and we have to know who is causing or what is causing what within the system and within our mindset. This is very important. Okay, now personality or personal mastery. Okay, personal mastery is the discipline of mastering yourself. Okay, it embodies clarity of mind, clarity of objective, and organizing to achieve objectives. Clarity of mind. Okay, and clarity of mind. This is very important. Okay, how to clear your mind, how to think about your business. I also have a story to share with you. I'm sorry, I didn't start my watch. And this is story for, I also was working for one of top company as an advisor in Saudi Arabia here. He one of the top 50s. And this businessman, he has like 50, 60 companies. And he was a big supplier for actually Aramco. And he was one of the old generation who did not even know how to read and write formally. Very interesting. And I told him one time, I was working for advisor, I told him, how do you manage all these companies? And mashallah alayk, you are doing so well. And he told me, Samir, I go every 4 months to a place where I do nothing, because when it comes to business, okay, if I am here, it's take all my time. I don't have a time to think about future and expansion. I go to Switzerland, I stay there for 10 days, 14 days, just do nothing. Except just I think about the business. I have clear mind. I think of the future. It was so valuable advice from a businessman who was able to, this is personally or personal mastery. Okay, this is discipline of mastering yourself. But those businessmen, they have their own techniques. Some of it we know it, some of it we teach it, some of it we even don't know it. Very interesting. Okay, personal mastery, discipline of mastering yourself. It embodies clarity of mind. Okay, I need to go away from everything to have clear mind so that I can think. Clarity of objectives and organizing to achieve objectives. Okay, personal mastery. Okay, these are qualities of personal mastery. Clarity of mind, commitment to the truth of the current reality. Clarity of objective, focus on the end results that provides motivation. Organizing to achieve objectives, bridge the disparity between current reality and the vision of a better future. Very interesting techniques that you should do in order to master your personality. Very interesting. Okay. The more you are in the higher position, the more you need this. The more you own more business, you need this. The more you are up in the ladder, you need this so that you are not distorted. Emotional intelligence, الذكاء العاطفي. Okay? Emotional intelligence, a person's ability to perceive, identify, understand, and successfully manage emotion in self and others. How do I manage emotions? Managing my own and managing other emotions. Very interesting. Okay. Now, when we talk about emotions, okay, what are the emotions? Leaders with high emotional intelligence are more effective. The more you control or you can control your emotion, the more successful you are. Leaders should understand range of emotions people have. You should know what type of emotion there are. How emotions manifest themselves. What are the situations that push people to show certain emotions? When are they angry? When are they sad? When are they happy? When are they cheerful? Very, very, very interesting. These are positive and negative emotion. Two types of emotions, positive and negative. Positive emotion, enjoyment, pride, love, relief. These are all positive emotions. You should have the ability to see it in yourself and to see it in others and interpret when people or when other people are in this situation. Negative emotions, anger, fear, guilt, sadness, envy, and disgust. You should have the ability to read your people when they have that. And most importantly, to deal with it. Okay. This is another study that has been done by a study of entrepreneurs has been done by researchers at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. They found that those who are more expressive of their emotions and more in tune with the emotions of others make more money. Very interesting. The more expressive you are about your emotion, more tuned with others, be just yourself. These generate more money. Most expressive people, this is a thousands of dollars, okay, in their salary, okay, they reach up to 250,000. And least expressive, they reach like 190,000. Best at reading emotion, people, if you can read people's emotion, okay, you care about people. You don't care only about yourself, you care about people. These are like 230,000. Worst at reading emotions, barely they $110,000. Very interesting, this relationship, and this is based on a study. What are important? Why are emotion important? Emotions are contagious. Emotion influence performance. Emotion are contagious. Emotional state of the leaders influence the entire team and department and organization. The influence. These days we are going through this corona pandemics, okay, and almost we can see very much regularly the Minister of Health. He's very nice, very cheerful. He always gives us good news, and he always tell us, what to do, and he begins to stay at home. You can tell that he managed out of his emotion. Okay, very, very, very interesting. This is a good example of why emotions are important. Okay, emotional also influence performance. If an entire organization in a good mood, you will find people perform out of their heart. They will go beyond the call of duty, and they will do. Look, right now, a good example is the Ministry of Health and all these good things that they are doing at this difficult time. Very interesting. On the other hand, if an entire organization in a bad mood, they can't succeed because people have no energy and have anxiety, delusions, and they are hopeless. Therefore, positive emotions means decline in negative emotions such as sadness, anger, anxiety, and fear. And this exhibit shows that positive leaders, how are they affecting their performance? This is the leader climate. Should be or can be toxic, fearful, antagonistic, impersonal, collaborative, and caring. Effort goes up as people become more cooperative and caring. Effort that goes toward the work. On the other hand, employees' effort will goes up if leaders are more toxic and fearful and antagonistic. Effort that goes toward emotional survival. They strive to get better with their leaders. And this is components of emotional intelligence. Components of emotional intelligence in regard to yourself and in regard to other, in regards to your behavior or your awareness, about yourself. Therefore, this matrix shows these four categories, self-awareness, which is emotional self-awareness, accurate self-assessment. I know myself very well. Accurate self-assessment. I can assess myself very well. Self-confidence. Now, in regard to the behavior, we call it self-management, emotional self-control, trustworthiness, consciousness, adaptability, optimism, achievement orientation, and initiatives. These are all in regard to self behaviors. Now, in regard to others, when it comes to awareness, we have what we call social awareness. Me as a leader, or you as a leader, you should know about the social life of your employees. You should know how many family members he have, how is he doing, children goes to school. It's part of your skills. Social awareness, empathy. If anything happened to that family, you should be aware. And organizational awareness, service orientation. When it comes to behavior, we call it relationship management, development of others, inspirational leadership, influence or influencing other. You know how to communicate, communication with others, changing catalyst, conflict management. You should know how to deal with conflicts. Bond building, you build bond between yourself and others and between others. Teamwork and collaboration. These are all components of emotional intelligence. Okay, this is leading with love versus leading with fear. Leading with love, contemporary approach, more effective, used when the organizational success depends on people. Knowledge, mind, commitment, creativity, enthusiasm, okay? People feel emotionally connected. But leading with fear in the organization, many kind of fears, okay? Workers can fear failure. Worker can feel change. Human, by the way, always, as a human nature, they always afraid or fear of change. They always like to live in their comfortable zone. Anything changing always makes anxiety and make people fear. Fear of personal loss. You could lose your job, you could lose your salary, you could lose, your family. Fear of judgment, that people could misjudge me. And fear of boss. I could have fear of boss. Do we have people who are fear of boss? Yes, we have so many people fear of boss. Then fear creates avoidance behavior. Fear creates avoidance. Therefore, always avoid things. Avoidance behavior. Now, indicators of love versus fear in organization. Fear-driven indicators and love-driven indicators. Fear, we'll go to love first. Love-driven indicators, openness and authenticity, even when it is difficult time, understanding diverse viewpoints, expecting others to do great things, always have high expectation on them, involvement and discernment, keeping perspective, interpersonal connection, resisting or resist out and open and explore. This is love-driven indicators. Very frank, they can speak, they can. Unlike the fear-driven indicator, caution and scarcity, blaming and attacking, expressive control, sideline, criticalness, coming, unglued، لاصق في الشيء ما يطلع منه، unglued، okay. Aloofness and distance, always keep distance between you and the leaders, okay. Resistance are hidden. Even if they resist, they don't show it to you. It's hidden. Allahu Akbar. Bringing love to work. Very important, if you have a love, to show it and to bring it to work. How so? Bind people for a shared purpose through positive forces. Attract people to take risk. Attract people, encourage them to take risk. Learn, grow, and move the organization forward. Love should be translated into what? Action. It's not only feeling, you should show it, should translate into action. Very nice. The practice aspect of outcomes of caring about others. The practical aspect and outcomes of caring about others. What do you do when you care for someone? If you care for someone, what should you do, or what do you do with that? Reach out, embrace, hug, be there with them, compassion, acceptance, share dreams, acknowledge accomplishment, trust, encourage, be a cheerleader, tell that you care, relate feelings, respect them, be positive, give them a smile, give them time, give them recognition, protect them, reassure them, celebrate with them. What does it feel like to be cared about? This other person. This is something you give. Other person. What does he feel? Okay. He feel valuable. He feel alive. He feel responsive. He feel positive. He feel exhilarated. Respect. He feel free. He feel he's important. He feel good. He feel safe. He feel more open to express himself or yourself. Elevate self-esteem, boost morale, proud. He feel proud. He feel loved. He feel worthy. He feel blessed. You make. He feel that you make a difference. He feel that you are fulfilled and happy. See the difference? If you lead with heart, with love, all these good things takes place and happen. The follower, how do they respond to love? Okay? Fear-based motivation. If people are fear, motivation based on losing their job, they are not give as much as they want them to be. They are just do the minimum to keep the job going. This is called fear-based motivation. While love-based motivation, motivation based on feeling valuable in the job. Why follower? Why follower respond to love? Meets unspoken employee needs, hear and understand them, disagree without making them wrong, acknowledge the greatness within them, remember to look for their loving intention, and tell them the truth with compassion. Again, why follower responds to love, meets unspoken employees' needs, as if you are meeting his needs. Hear and understand them. You listen to what they say and want. Disagree without making them wrong. Okay? Acknowledge the greatness within them, that you are good, you are great, and they do feel that. Remember to look for their loving intention. You always make excuse for them. They have intention, love intention. Tell them the truth with compassion. Don't be rude about it. Okay? That's the end, or this is the last slides I would like to share with you. I don't have any more notes to share with you. I'm going to show you what I have put in the board. Okay, this is for you to take a look or to take a capture of that. Okay, and this is the second board. I will share with you also a picture of that as well in the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much, and you have a good evening.